Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We are finishing up Lord of the Rings draft season here on the channel. Just 4 drafts left including today, but don't worry, the new set is coming out soon. And now is the time to tune into the channel for set review content for the new set, Wilds of Eldraine, which is fully spoiled at the end of the next week. And then a week after that, something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure, but it's close. But we are still drafting Lord of the Rings, and we have a pack one, pick one to get into today. So let's do it. And the reason I'm talking and still not getting into it is because it's a very, very easy one. It's Faramir Field Commander. It's about the only playable card in this pack. Hugh the Entwood is like 5 mana, sack 5 lands, and then get fewer lands than that back. Prince Imrahil, I haven't found blue-white to be super great. Arwen's Gift, fine. Entdrop Basin, not great. Everything else here, not great. Pretty easy pack one, pick one Faramir here. And we're going to see if we can figure out a way to draft around Faramir. Okay, now we've got an interesting one. So if we're going blue, we can consider Birthday Escape. But if we're going blue, we would also then consider Prince Imrahil the Fair. So both of these would be quite good in Faramir. So it says, whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Faramir, you get a 1/1. Well, Birthday Escape is a way to have the ring tempt you. It is also a way to have, to draw 2 cards here. If we pass a Prince Imrahil here, we're going to be putting up some of our neighbors in blue-white potentially. Now, there is the argument to also just taking Banish from Edoras, which is a fine removal spell, and not really needing to dip into blue yet. I'm thinking with white, I would like to pair it with black or blue most. And I think I actually prefer Birthday Escape to Prince Imrahil. Blue-white has not really seemed like a draw 2 deck to me necessarily. Oh, no gumption at all with Sauron the Dark Lord getting passed. Grixis. Ward, sack a legendary artifact or legendary creature. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, amass 1. Whenever an army you control deals damage to a combat player, the ring tempts you, and then you can discard your hand to draw 4. Interesting. We do have a Birthday Escape. The interesting thing about Sauron is that it's not in green, and green is the easiest way to splash around. But the good news is we've got lots of land cyclers in this set here. So I think we need to try to make Sauron work. That seems like a fun way to go here. All right, Deceive the Messenger. Love me a Deceive the Messenger here. Whether we play Sauron or not, we're playing Deceive the Messenger. Birthday Escape, Faramir, Deceive, fine start. There's also Elven Chorus and Quick Beam. I don't think I want today to be a green day necessarily, so I'm taking as many copies of Deceive as I can get, as I love the card. Well, now there's a Peregrine Took. There's a bunch of green passing us by, but I'm usually fine to have that be a thing that happens here. So there's Eastmark Cavalier, Dreadful is the Storm, Treason of Isengard, and a bunch of medium red and decent-ish green here. There's also a white card, but it's not great. I think I'll take Dreadful as the Storm here. I still think at this point in the format that blue is underdrafted, and I love starting blue here. So Dreadful as the Storm says ring tempts you on it. So does Birthday Escape. Works well with Faramir if we end up going blue-white here. Wow. All right. Well, pick 6 Prince Imrahil. Does that mean that the other 2 are going to wheel? Pick 9 and 10. It's possible. We have Birthday Escape as a way to draw another card already. There is Rally at the Hornburg if we want to dip into a blue-red hedge here. That's a late rally. This is tough. If this Prince Imrahil is here, I'm wondering if blue-white is just going to be wide open for us this draft. In which case Sauron can just go to the sidelines, which is fine. There's an Eagles, there's an Arwen's Gift. And I think it's between these 2. Knights of Dol Amroth could be playable in this deck depending on how much draw 2 we get. But I'm going to hedge with Arwen's Gift here. Geez, still tons of blue and white for us. I'm wondering if both Prince Imrahils are going to wheel. If they do, we are in business. Aw, it didn't. So someone picked up on the fact that blue-white was coming around. So now we're fighting for the deck, which is not a great spot to be in. But we're not necessarily locked into white with Prince Imrahil and Faramir here. We can still... Black wasn't at all open. There was a late rally at the Hornburg, so red could be slightly open. But I mean, I think the start is already decent here. Blue is definitely among the more open colors here, so we're definitely playing blue. I'm going to see where to go from there. I'm not going to get tempted to go into blue-green scry anymore. I've tried that deck out many a times, and it is not good. Very difficult to make work, so I'm not even going to try. Flowering of the White Tree, you say? 2 mana, legendary creatures get +2/+1 in Ward 1. Non-legendaries get +1/+1. Alright, easy enough. I mean, just play a good blue-white creature draw 2 deck. See if it ends up being any good here. We have Birthday Escape. I would love to get 3 or 4 copies of Birthday Escape with already a Prince Imrahil and probably at least 1 or 2 more cares about draw 2 cards. Plus, Prince Imrahil pooping out the 1/1s and then flowering, making them 2/2s is going to be quite nice. Doesn't look like it'll be a Sauron kind of day, but that's alright. Doesn't always have to be. We're more of a fellowship kind of team here on the channel. Alright, no Birthday Escapes. But there is another Deceive. There's also Landraval and Tail. I think this is between Deceive and Landraval here, but I think I'm going to take Deceive. Landraval is just too expensive. 5 mana, 3/4 flyer now in this set, and it's a little slow. Maybe Tale of Tenuvial Wheels, who knows? I love me a Shadow Summoning. So we would have Flowering, Faramir, and Shadow Summoning if we ditched all our blue. I don't think we can ditch the blue. I don't think we can do that. As much as I love this card, what would I take otherwise? Stalwarts, maybe? And do I care about taking a Stalwarts in the potential that Black-White is open, and that's one of my favorite decks in the format, and getting a Shadow Summoning? Shadow Summoning plus Flowering is already outstanding. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Shadow Summoning, and there's 6 cards we can wheel here. Stalwarts and Kingfisher being basically the only 2 I'd want to play in this deck. Let's take the Shadow Summoning and see if the deck is open. Well, it's not here, unfortunately. The only black and white is these 2 cards here, the Troll and Now for Wrath, and I don't think those are worth it. So I'll take Scolding over Hithlane Knots and Kingfisher here. Scolding is a nice, cheap, interactive counter spell, and having a copy in all my decks, all my blue decks, is usually totally fine. See, we can get a Stalwarts anyway. 5 mana, 4/3. Ring tempts you whenever you draw your second card, put a 1/1 counter on it. And it's also another instance of Ring Temptation here, which is probably going to be the way that we are drawing most of our cards. Wow, that's a late foray of Orcs, but I think we are relatively committed to the blue-white life at this point. I guess there's a world where you could have gotten into blue-red by taking that rally in pack 1, and then there was a rally against the Shadow Summoning that we could have taken, and then foray of Orcs. But the Flowering of the White Tree is also, pushing me towards wanting to be white. All right, Menildor is good with not much here. There's a Pelargir Survivor with 5 instants, 2 sorceries. That's pretty good. I don't think this is necessarily a Mental Door deck. So I'll take the Pelargir Survivor. Prince Emerhill, pick 8. So somebody speculated on them. Maybe it's literally this person right here that got into blue-white. Because this is the person that opened this pack. There's Rivendell and Prince Emerhill. We don't have a ton of ways to draw 2 cards right now is the issue. We're going to have to make sure we pick up more Birthday Escapes in pack 3 or something. I guess I can take a Mental Door here. Landreval came back anyway. Do I want Eagles over Landreval? No. I suppose I'll take Landreval to go with Mental Door here. Stalwarts came back anyway. That was the card I was going to take over the Shadow Summoning, so we got it anyway. So, what do we need in pack 3? We need more Birthday Escapes, is what we need. More Birthday Escapes, and just more good ways to draw 2. Faramir is the answer. I guess I could have said, what do we need in pack 3? Faramir? Because that's one of the best bombs in the set, and we are taking that here. Deceive the Messenger would be my second pick. Another Pelargir Survivor would absolutely play, but we are 100% taking Faramir. Now there's Eowyn, another Pelargir Survivor. Isolation. What's our curve looking like? Relatively okay. So let's take Eowyn over Survivor. I don't think this wheels, but it would be outstanding if it did. And we have 20 cards already. Currently 1.5 times 2. 2 ways to draw 2 plus our Ring Temptation and our Ring Bearer attacking here. So, but Birthday Escape is the absolute perfect card for this deck because it both draw 2s and lets us get another level of the Ring Tempt here. So I think I'll take another Deceive. Potentially wheel Stalwarts here. Late Dunlin Crebain. Seen plenty of Torments. There's a Lotho, but I guess we'll take this Stalwarts, and then I'm probably not looking to play these clunky Flyers anymore. The Stalwarts are probably just better for us. Another Kingfisher. Our first copy of Isolation. We don't really have any interaction right now. But we do have a ton of Flyers, and maybe just Flyers is the way to win with this deck in particular. We play Flowering on 2 or 3, we play Kingfishers, Mental Door, Landreval, and off we go. I don't really like Took Reaper at all. So much so that I think I'm just going to take a second Mental Door here. And I think our way to win is now going to be through Flyers. That seems like what's happening here. Stalwarts, Aragorn. One more pick to find a Birthday Escape. Well, there's Saruman the White. We have a lot of 5-drops, though. Yeah, I'll take Saruman the White here. I've come a little bit down on that card over the last couple weeks here. It doesn't amass very often, and a 5-mana 4/4 in this format usually doesn't get the job done very well. So we currently have 5 Stalwarts of Osgiliath, if we want them. I don't think I need 5. We'll figure out how to cut this when I get to deck building, though. Okay, let's see what to do here. We have to figure out how we're winning. So Menildor plus Stalwarts is okay. So we could curve Menildor into a Stalwarts. We get a double ring tempt. You know how much I like Deceive the Messenger on this channel, so I'm not cutting that. There's a double Dreadful as the Storm as more ring temptation here. We have so many 5-drops. Saruman just kind of sticks out as not really being exactly what we need here. Triple Kingfisher, I mean, this curve can just kill them. You know, flyer, 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 and die. Or flyer, flyer, stalwarts, blink it, double ring tempt, make this our ring bearer attack next turn. Get a counter and everything. Dreadful as the Storm is like our interaction as a way to kind of remove things. Same with Deceive, I guess. 17 lands? Yeah, I think 17 lands here. So whenever 2 or more creatures you control attack, target creature without flying gains flying. So we can like pair this with Eowyn's pretty good. Pairing it with Faramir is fine. Pairing it with Stalwarts is good. Let's try 1 copy of Dreadful. No, you know what? I think... How many creatures do we currently have? 15? Let's cut a Stalwarts and then play the other copy of Dreadful and then still run 17 lands here. And haven't drafted blue-white in a while here. We'll see if it has the tools to succeed. This is kind of a classic blue-white flyers, so we'll see if we can kind of get our flyers down and kill them before they can do anything about it. So before we get into game 1, go ahead and take a listen from a message from me. Thanks, me. Whether you're ready or not, we have another set releasing here very soon, and that means it's time to take a look at the Patreon page to get yourself prepared and ready. I pride myself in my Patreon being incredibly affordable, beginning at just $1 per month, which comes with lifetime access to the Daily Drafters Discord server. After all, it's well less than half the cost of your morning cup of coffee and goes to giving back to the channel. For just $3 per month, you can gain early access to every upload here on the channel as soon as I am done editing them. And my most expensive level of support is just $5 per month. That's right, $5 is the highest level of support, and patrons in this tier gain access to my expansive, exhaustive, and interactable tier lists, of which you can see a small sample of here. You get to see how I rate every single card in the set from A to F, whether or not the card has moved up or down since the last update, and you can hover over the card name to see a clickable link that brings you straight to Scryfall, and I customize these lists for every single draftable archetype in the format. Looking to see how a card fits in blue-white versus black-white? I've got you covered. Again, all these tiers are incredibly affordable, so go ahead and check them out. And if a monetary donation isn't your speed, a subscription to the channel is always contribution enough. Thanks so much for your consideration. Alright, we go first with Survivor into Eowyn, and that is a fine enough start for me. And then after that, we can see if we need to refill the hand or what we draw in between. Cycling Troll, playing against blue-black, which is usually a little bit slower of a deck, so if we can get some of our flyers out, this could be good for us. Alright, Glorious Gale is what I'm expecting, but I guess to play around Glorious Gale, I play Arwen here, or Arwen's Gift. I think I will play around Glorious Gale. Keep a Stalwarts. I have the mana for it, so let's go ahead and pass it back. Next turn we can Deceive, hold up, or Eowyn, hold up Deceive here. Alright, made them pass. Now I'm even more suspicious of Glorious Gale. Horn of Gondor. Yikes. That can get out of hand. So I see them passing the turn, holding up Glorious Gale, and if we don't play a creature, they're going to activate Horn of Gondor. It looks to be exactly what's happening, unfortunately, and I have to play into it because I don't have another play. Okay, so we get to play Stalwarts here. I'm going to give it to Eowyn because she's a better attacker against this board. Okay. Sure. See how they block. We can use Deceive the Messenger here. Although all our creatures are on the ground, and if they activate this one more time, they have 8 1/1s, and that's not great for us. Pretty good block there, because they still kill the survivor even through the deceive, so good for them. Notably, they still do have priority with 1 blue, so they have their own deceive or they have another land cycler. They missed a land drop last turn, so I expect it to be a land cycler, although they didn't do that just now. So maybe they have their own Deceive the Messenger. Let's go ahead and give this first strike and then get in with these 2 here. Can we outrace their army of 1/1s? They can't kill either of our creatures currently. They can just chump. Unfortunately, that's not going to work out how you want it to, because it's got first strike. So it takes down 4 of these, and then there's only 2 left. Oh, they also have Deceive here, so... Yeah, we put them on Deceive last turn. So Stalwarts are going to die. We draw a card end of turn. So does it matter if I use Deceive as well? I use it on 1. That dies. That has 0. They still have 4 power left. So no, it doesn't matter. Alright, so they did have Deceive here. We do get to draw a card end of turn because of Faramir, though. Would have loved to be able to play that. Alright. We're going to have to outrace them in the air here, because the horn is starting to get out of hand. Really need Metal Door to survive. Like, quite badly. Bitter Downfall? Soothing of Smeagol. Close enough. Because they can also still activate the horn, have 10 1/1s, and now we have to kill them in like 2 turns. Or die. They had a counterspell anyway. Good for them. Alright, looks like the horn will beat us here. Notably, had I been able to kill their original 1/1, they would have gotten literal nothing from the horn, but I was not able to kill their 1/1, so it ran away with the game. It's one of those cards that either does stone cold nothing or completely wins the game, and it's kind of frustrating when it goes one way or the other that's not your way. I'm going to attempt to trade with their 1/1 here. Had I given this -3/-0, because it's the Ring Bearer, it wouldn't have been able to be blocked by our 1/1, so I'm going to try to eat their Ring Bearer. But our... Yeah, this is all too slow, unfortunately. I'm just trying to whittle down their board a little bit and get more card draw off of Faramir here, because I think if we did nothing, they basically just win. Sure, they just put 10 of them on AoN here. Sure. Just trying to draw an extra card, because if we do nothing, we get overwhelmed. Okay, another flyer. really hoping they don't have Fear Fire foes at this point. Okay. Oh, hello there. I guess I could get in with everything, although they have 16 1/1s right now, so that went 7. I mean, we're winning through the air. That's how we're winning here. So we're just going to have to hope that that's good enough. Just click all of them at the same time. I get it. I get what you're doing. Okay, they go to 2. We are hitting 16 1/1s all together. Play Mental Door. Hopefully no Glorious Gale. Alright, and in the turn, draw a card, make a 2/2. And now we have 2 lethal threats. So if they can't kill both of them... Okay, then they go to 1. I should have deceived. Pre-combat here. Oh, got it anyway. Alright, wow. We beat a Horn of Gondor. Somehow. And it was through the air, how we kind of thought it would happen. So, let's see if we keep winning through flying. Well, look at this curve. Imrahil into Eowyn into Faramir. Let's do it. I'm not... they could have Rally at the Hornburg, which is why I'm going to play the island here. Alright, Glorious Gale. Got nothing else to do. Looks like it is, unfortunately. But at least that opens up the way for these two to resolve. Quarrel's End. Really hope they don't hold up Counterspell next turn. For Prince of Ithilien, Faramir. Relentless Rohirrim. Alright. Trigger on the stack. Gonna resolve even if they kill him here, but we gotta hope they don't. Ideally. See if they have the answer. Because an unopposed Faramir is rarely not enough to win the game. Okay, they can't kill him. So we take 5, but then we make 3 1/1s. Oh, nope, they don't want us to get the 1/1s. I'll just go ahead and play Stalwarts here. they have something up. Could be Deceive the Messenger. If that's the case, do I... Yeah, I still attack here, so... Could be a land cycler. Okay, Faramir did die this time. How are they at level 4? What on earth happened here? Glorious Gale tempted, Breaking tempted, and both... Jeez. That's an issue. Okay, so they didn't want to give us any more 1/1s. Okay, we hit them, and in the turn, holding up Scolding and Deceive here. Six mana. What do they have? So something we could have done is deceived our own stalwarts and blocked their 1/1, but then it would die because they're on level 4. Okay. We were going to do it on theirs anyway. Okay. So one of theirs gets eaten. We take 3 more. Metal is still alive. Lorien revealed. Okay. Couldn't do anything about that. Let's go ahead. Birthday Escape. I think I'll give it... here. Let's do Vigilance, get in with everything, draw, discard. Oh, we could have played Landreval pre-combat to make this unblockable. That would have been pretty good. Well, I had no guarantee that I was going to... I'm fine blinking this and losing the counter. I had no guarantee that I was going to draw that second, or that last land there. And I wanted to make sure I could loot it away if I needed to. So I could have pushed a little bit more damage, I guess. But now we have 2 flyers. Okay, take 4. Really hope they play a Stern Scolding target here. Really thinking about what to get rid of. I will counter literally any target for this. Okay. If we attack with everything and they don't get priority at all, they don't take lethal and they have to block here. They didn't get priority, so we can't block this anyway, no matter what we do, so they have to chump here. Oh man, cards in the wrong order. Would have been outstanding to be able to draw that. So they're dealing 4 damage to us. They're at 2. We're blinking this here. Ooh, Saruman's Trickery. Okay. That's okay, because they're dead multiple ways if they can't figure out a way to deal 2 more damage to us. I guess if they have like Foray of Orcs, we die. Rally at the Hornburg does it. Rally at the Hornburg does exactly it. So we played a target for them to then go ahead and kill us, unfortunately. So we block here. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man. Had we not played a spell, there's a chance they didn't have lethal there, but I don't think we can play around that is the issue. That's tough. Okay, we go first. No white, but we have Survivor and Deceive, so we'll keep. And I'm already thinking back to the last game. I'm 99% sure that the correct line there was to attack with just Menaldor and the, just Menaldor and the Stalwarts. Give that first strike and then blink the Stalwarts, and then everything is back for blocks except for Menaldor, so we have 3 blockers. Because they would have still been pretty low on life, and we still had a flying creature there. I guess that was probably the correct choice. I just overextended a little bit. That happens so much in this format, just overextending and dying on the backswing. I mean, I still need to learn how to not do that. So, Yeah. Alright, play Eowyn. Give the survivor vigilance. Oh god. Alright, now we have to deal with the Bowmasters. And we don't have it removal in our deck, so we're going to lose to Orcish Bowmasters here, unfortunately. Alright, don't know how to win this, unfortunately. I mean, I guess we just put flyers in the air and never draw more than one card per turn? I mean... But they're playing black-red, so every flyer we play, they're just going to kill. Don't have any attacks. This can block. This has reach. So everything is not going great here. Claim the precious. Can't do anything about that. Oh. Did that wrong. Needed to triple block and then use it. So that was quite bad. All right. My mind is not here right now. Very clearly punted this game away. Now we just like can't beat this. So this should be dead, and we should have it. So basically, this should be dead, and it's not. So honestly, not really sure it's gonna matter in the end. I don't think we win this matchup. So. Now we have to get rid of 2 of our creatures anyway. We get something knocked down here, so they kill both of these. We draw a card. They then kill the survivors as well. No? Okay. They could have killed them all because of the Bowmasters here. But sure. Okay, take one from Bowmasters. They amass one again, because Bowmasters is a stupid card. Bunch of flyers. They have Oath of the Grey Host, giving them 3 flyers next turn. And our way of winning is through flying, so... We have a card that says we care when we draw our second card per turn, and they have a card that says when you draw a second card per turn, I just mow down your board. Not to mention we're just drawing all of the lands here, so... I don't see a way out of this, and I don't feel like playing against this card anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and just concede here. And move on to the next one. Alright, hand is slow, but we got 3, 4, 5 drop flyers, and maybe that's enough to win a game. So let's see if that ends up working here. Black-red rally. Alright, well we are under pressure already. And probably not a race we win, especially going on the draw here. Alright. Urkai Berserker, take 5 next turn. And I don't think we win this race, so we're going to have to figure out something to do here. And by that I mean trade for Berserker, more than likely, if they attack. Gimli's axe. Yeah. Down goes Menaldor. I have not found the secret to make blue-white work, unfortunately. Alright, they go to level 4 of the ring, and now they hit us for 4 a turn here. The axe gives this stupid thing menace next turn as well, so I don't really see a way to win this game either. So we're going to be a quick 1-3 today. So after going 7-0 in our last draft and several 5-3s in a row before that, brought back to earth with a horrible showing here today. But, I mean, I have not been a fan of blue-white really at all. I mean, the flyer, it's just too slow for the format. I mean, I play a 5-mana 3/4 flyer and they kill it, and it's like, what am I even doing? We're dead next turn to this, if nothing changes here. Okay, so we have to draw some sort of answer to that, otherwise we're dead. Neither of those do it. Faramir also doesn't do it. So we are just dead on board here, unfortunately, to a very quick start. And our flyers never got to do a single thing. So 1-3 with a pretty bad deck here. We've got Faramir, we've got Flowering of the White Tree, we've got other Faramir, we've got some good cards. It's just the deck doesn't work together, like, at all. I mean, it doesn't really do anything, and if we have a slow hand like we did in that last game, we just lose. So, can't win them all. Sometimes sometimes drafts don't go your way, which is what happened today. But it's okay, got 3 more Lord of the Rings drafts left to go. Tune in next week. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.